Charleston, West Virginia. I remember one time I did it, and there was a Christmas party in the first 3 rows, and a regular crowd behind them. This company had ridden out, whatever, and so they were drunk. They'd been drinking since 6 p.m. They came in, and a guy in the front row center had his back to like the opener that night. Just had his back right to him, never turned around, and the opener
just facing the back of the room,
just facing away, front row center,
rattling.
And the comic just sort of performed, just autopilot over him, my buddy Jason. And I'm like, we were co-headline. He did 40 minutes without addressing this guy who's inches away from him, staring at the back of the room, drinking. They're talking during his set and shit. It's like, so then I go up, and I just address it immediately. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he just spun a perfect 180 and landed like with his heels on the stage and his legs apart. I don't know what happened. I started pointing at it, and he slapped the shit out of me. I mean, just slapped me, caught me flush. God. Like rang my bell,
like across the face, like
just across the ear.
Oh wow!
Like just really, like all right. Yeah. And then I didn't know what to do. I'm like, if it's either a fight or curse him out. So I cursed him out, and he was like sort of stunned that I think we weren't fighting. So then the staff throws him out, but there's still 28 people in his party that now aren't going who hate me.
Yeah,
got their buddy kicked out. So now they're worse heckling and stuff like this, and so then. I'm fighting through them, and then 2 girls and a guy. I
respect you for staying on after getting slapped.
I stayed on.
If I get slapped, if you slap me at a show, that's the closer. See ya.
I was pretty drunk. I mean, I was like a minute in, too. And so, like, I kept going. That was your
opening joke, getting fucking open-faced slapped by a grown man.
Yeah, and it hurt, man. It hurt real bad. And then so there was like a regular crowd behind them that were like good people, but this Christmas party was a nightmare. And so... they kept heckling me, and I finally got into it with 2 girls and a guy in this Christmas party. One of them got up and like mooned me and all this other. They were like, it was just fucking lawless.
Mayhem,
and then I'm like, I don't care, get out. And so they started to walk out, and 2 girls and a guy, and I'm like cursing them all the way, and they had to go around this side to go out of the building, and I'm like cursing them all the way out of the room, and one of them had a drink, so. When I turned back after I thought they were gone, the guy had grabbed the girl's drink, like a pina colada or a fruity drink, and threw it at me, and it shattered on my elbow, and glass went into the crowd. So now the regular crowd, some of their wives got hit by glass and stuff, so now they're coming to start a fight with these Christmas party. Yeah. And now it's bedlam. Now it's like, it already was, but now now I have to get off stage.
Yeah.
And we got to call the
Crips,
cops.
Bloods, it's gang violence.
Yeah, it's a shitstorm. And so now I have to go stage and call the cops. The club manager's like, I'm like, call the cops, fuck them. Like, yeah, I want to press charges. And then
fuck that.
The MC went back on stage. He was like a radio DJ, and he went on stage and was literally like dancing to try to. He didn't know what to do. He was panicked.
That's hilarious. Hey, everybody, well, let's get back to the comedy show here.
He's panicked. He goes for 2 minutes, then leaves the stage, and now there's just people milling about, and so they kicked the whole party out. And then the people behind them, the regular crowd, were sort of on my side. They saw it. So I'm like, if you guys move up, we'll do the show. So they moved up, and they were awesome. I did like 30 more minutes for them.
Is there just blood running down your elbow?
No, I think I had a long sleeve shirt. No, but it hurt.
Yeah.
There was no blood, but it felt like someone just like right there on the tip of your elbow. Felt like it was bruised. And then so I did perform for them to 30 minutes. They were great. They stayed there. I got off stage to the cops holding those guys. And then like it was a Charleston Police Department. They're like, you want to press charges? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, I do. And they're like, well, we don't know where you live. You don't live here. You live in North Carolina, right? So if you press charges, you got to show up to court in a few months. And in my head and in the days of them, I'm like, if I don't show up, I press charges and don't show up, am I in trouble?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how this, in the heat of the moment. So I'm like, just get them the fuck out of here. Get them out of it was a hotel gig.
Yeah.
And that was that. And so kicked them out. And that was the end of it. And then, so that was like a regular gig. And the girl that ran the gig said that, the club manager said that the next year they asked to do the Christmas party at the hotel again. And the owners of the hotel were like, yeah, you can do it. And she had to go, no, you can't. They assaulted a comedian last year. Because the owners were just going to like, yeah, sure, pay us. You can come back and kill everybody, I guess.
Yeah.